Hello, historians. So today we are going to learn what settler colonialism means and what happened in California starting in 1542. So we've been learning about all of the indigenous people who lived in California and all of the different tribes and nations in that area. So today we're going to skip ahead a little bit to 1542, when the first Europeans arrive in California. And this is actually a stamp that the U.S. Postal Service really made of the explorer Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo, who was the first European to come to California. And so when I say European, if you look on a map, Europe is like Spain, France, Portugal, Italy, all this stuff over here. So this guy, Cabrillo, and his crew on his boat started here, and they sailed across the ocean, and that took about 6 months. And they stopped in some places. They actually had to carry their stuff all the way across Mexico, and then they kept sailing up the coast, up, until they got to California. And why were they doing that? That seems like a huge pain. They were looking to get rich. Mostly they were looking to get rich. Some of them were also interested in spreading their religion to people who had different religious beliefs. So they were Catholic and they wanted to convert other people to be Catholic like them. But the main reason that somebody paid for that big old ship and paid the salaries of all the people on it was that they thought they were going to find gold. So in 1542, the Spanish arrived in California. There were already thousands of indigenous people living there who had lived there for more than 10,000 years. Those Spanish people were called settlers. And over the next 200 years, the settlers took over almost all of the land. This is called colonization. So colonization is when you show up somewhere new and you're not visiting, you're not there for vacation, you're there because you want to take that land, take whatever is in that land, and become the boss of it. And so you can see in this picture, this is a picture created by a Spanish person of when they first arrived in California. And you might notice who's not in that picture. Oh yeah, there were already people there. So we can wonder about what in these people's attitudes or beliefs made them not care about the people that they were taking that land away from. And I think it's really important we understand where that's coming from, because those attitudes and beliefs unfortunately still exist today, and they're still part of how our country works. And so we need to understand that in order to figure out what's going on there. And as I mentioned, for 5th graders, this is probably review. For 4th graders, this might be all new, so make sure you ask lots of questions if anything is confusing. So we're going to watch a little video, and I love this woman. She's an amazing teacher. She's an indigenous person from the Ohlone tribe in California, and she actually teaches kids and helps kids to understand what was it that happened when the colonization of California started.
As a California culture bearer of my people's history, I've often thought of how can I explain to a 4th grader what happened to my ancestors and all the other ancestors that are up and down California, the ones that the Spanish came to and coerced, or as the storybooks tell us, that they just beckoned them to come and build the missions. How did that really happen? So let me give you an example of how I think it happened, and in a way that you might understand. Imagine it's a regular school day. You're coming home, and as you get to your house, the door is open. There are people in your living room that you don't know. They're dressed differently. They look differently than you. They're holding and touching things that are special to your mother. Maybe even someone has dropped it on the floor and broken it. And you say, "Stop that. These are my family's things." You go into your bedroom. Someone's sitting on your bed. This bed is comfortable. It is mine now. See those CDs over there? They're mine. That skateboard, it's mine. Everything in this room is mine. And you, oh, you can use it once in a while. When you just get so furious, you say, wait a minute, those are my things. This is my bedroom. Get out of here. You wait until my father gets here. He's going to call the police. And then they take you and they put you in a timeout. And you stand there and you're furious. And you're saying, wait a minute, this is my family's home. You need to get out of here. They take you to another place, outside. Maybe they strap you up. Maybe they're even ready to even whip you because they are trying to make you understand that they are in charge now. Think about that. Think about what it must have been like to have someone come into California, to step on the land that our people understood as home and take it for their own selves and change everything. In fact, throw you clothing that was itchy and uncomfortable. You can't even wear your Tony Hawk favorite skateboard shirt anymore because now you have to wear what they say, and now you have to speak what they tell you to speak. You can't even speak your own language. You can't even do your own ceremony. It was a difficult transition, and it was the beginning of the California Indian genocide for our people.
So here's my question after that massive amount of information I just told you. I know that was so much, but don't worry, we're going to come back to all of it. So from what you understand right now, how would you explain what happened when the Spanish people arrived in California?